Welcome to page 5. So, same thing as the video before. If you need to go back and review any of these examples, please feel free to do so in the video, and I'll put some timestamps in the bottom of the description as well to help you with that. So, we're going to continue on with line 7. We're going to be learning our next note, C. So, C is a little bit of a weird note. It's a 6th position note. On your trombone, it's way out there. So, for some of us, our arms are going to be a little bit shorter than others. Some of our arms are going to be a little bit longer than others. So it's about finding that good sweet spot for your arm to make sure that you don't overextend your arm if it's a little too far, and that you don't go so far that your slide comes off the trombone if your arm's a little too long. So when you're set in playing position, go as far out as you can comfortably, and if your arm is too long, then you don't want to go past anything crazy there. And if you notice on your trombone slide, there's a little bump. It's kind of hard to see. It's called the stock. It's a little bit easier to see on some trombones than others. If your arm is long enough, you're aiming for that stock, so you don't go past it. If you can see the bump while you're playing, you're a little too far out. So that's how you can check to see that if your arm is a little too long. If your arm is about my length or shorter, then just go out as far out as you can. You don't have to go too far out. Don't feel like you have to reposition your body in a weird, awkward way to reach that 6th position. Okay, so that is your C. It's going to be a little lower than the other notes we learned, are D, E flat, and F in our previous video. So let's give this a try. I'll play it for you just so you can hear how low it is. Pretty low, right? Compared to, which is our F. So a little lower than what we are used to. So if you're having difficulty playing that lower note, relax your lips a little bit more. Not as much of a smile from your more like a not as yummy, but still yummy. So think of it that way, not too tight. So let's give line 7 a try. I'll play it for you once, then you repeat after me with me. Remember, each one of those notes we count up to 4, and then we count for 4 for those rests as well. So here's line 7. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. All right, your turn. Join me. Here we go. So your playing position. Remember, don't go too far out where your arm is hurting or you have to put in a weird position if your arm's a little bit shorter than mine. Okay? Just go out as far as comfortably possible. Here we go. Line 7. Ready? Play. Good, nice job. Let's go on to the next line, line 8. Here we have a new notation written here. At the end of line 8, if you notice, we have a repeat sign. It has 2 little dots at the very end there. Whenever you see that, we're going to be going all the way back to the beginning to play everything before that repeat sign. So in this case, you play through those 4 measures, all of line 8, then you're going to go back to the beginning of line 8 to play it all over again. So you play it twice. That's always the default, unless it somehow says play it 5 times or play it 3 times. So it can vary, but in this case, default 2 times. So here we have 4 C's in a row at the beginning, starting in your 6th position. Then you're going to move up to your D, 4th position. Then you have 3 squeezing lines, 3 quarter rests, so 3 beats of silence. Then you're going to jump up to your F, 1st position, all the way in. Play that note 4 times. Then you're going to move down to your E flat, 3rd position. You want to play that one note once, just make sure we're getting ready for that 3rd position. And then 3 more quarter rests after that, 3 more beats of silence. During those beats of silence, get your eyes ready to go all the way back to the beginning for the repeat. Okay? I'll play it once for you with repeats, and then we'll play it together. Line 8, 4 by 4. Ready? And. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, repeat. Rest, 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 rest. And we're done. Awesome. Let's give this a try together. Here we go. Line 8. Set your 6th position, remember, as far as comfortably possible. Ready, play. Good, nice job. Make sure as we move forward, we're getting comfortable seeing the notes that are being shown on the page, and identifying what the positions are. Make sure that you're not just copying my slide, you're actually looking at your book. Use me for audio, not visual, okay? So, going on line 9, we are learning our last new note here on the page, which is our B flat. That's all the way in, similar to our F. It's going to be first position. This one's the low one. So you can relax your lips a little bit more on this one, not so tight of a smile for your and relax your lips so it sounds like this. Pretty low, right? And now let's try line 9. I'll play it first for you, then you play it with me after that. Line 9. Ready? Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. All right, your turn. Try with me. Play position, ready, play. Nice job. All right, let's go to the next line. Line 10, the Fab Five. Now we're going to be using all 5 notes we've learned so far. Our B flat, the low one we just learned, first position. Our C, 6th position, all the way out. D, 4th position, a little bit past the bell. E flat, 3rd position, a little bit before the bell. And then F, our first position, the first note we learned, all the way in. So here, we're starting at the bottom with our B flat. Play that note 4 times. Then we're going to go all the way out to 6th position for that C for 1 note. Then it's followed by 3/4 rest, those 3 squiggly lines. Then we're going to jump up to our F, first position, all the way in. We play that note twice. Then the next note, E flat. We're going to play that note twice, which is our 3rd position. And then our last note, D, 4th position, a little bit past the bell. And then you end on 3 squiggly lines. Also note, at the end of line 10, we have a repeat sign, right? So those 2 little dots, they're going to play through all of line 10, then go back and play it a second time. Don't forget, okay? So let's give it a try. Line 10. I'll play it for you first by myself, listening to it and following along. Then you play with me. Here we go. Line 10. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, repeat. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Good. Try with me. Remember, don't forget the repeat sign. And if you need to go back before line 10 to review any of the positions, please feel free to use the videos to help guide you. So here we go, line 10. Set your playing position, all the way for first position, B flat. Here we go. Ready, play. job. All right, going on. Looking at line 11, the main thing that is being introduced here is notice how the note names, the note heads, don't have the note name on it anymore. So you don't see a B inside the B flat, you don't see a C inside the C. Now it's pushing you to see the note heads, where the notes are landing in the lines and spaces, and knowing what the notes are. If you need to review those, please go back on page 4 and the first half of page 5 to kind of see where those notes are lining up. If you can also look in the yellow box between line 10 and 11, there's a spot that says note names, and it's showing how the lines and spaces are divided in our music staff, which is the 5 lines you see and the 4 spaces in between. If you notice here, there's a little shortcut you can use for the lines. We have the G at the bottom, the B in the second line, the D in the third line, the F in the fourth line, and then the A in the fifth line. And you can always use good, boys, do, fine, always, or something along those lines. It's a good shortcut to remember what those lines are. And then the spaces, we have our first space A, second space C, third space E, and then fourth space G. And you can think all cars eat gas, especially with these high gas prices. Or you can think all cows eat grass. That's how they get big and strong, right? So you can think of any shortcuts, any other words that fit in with those letter names to kind of remember what those lines and spaces are. Okay? So looking at line 11, if it's just a little too tricky to remember, please feel free comfortable to grab a pencil and write the note names either on top or on the bottom of the notes to help guide you. And if you even look past the bottom of page 5, there's a little area there as a little essential elements quiz that asks you to do that. So you can start practicing doing that right now off the bat in line 11. If you want to do that, you can pause the video here and write the note names in if you would like to, and then come back. Otherwise, we'll keep going here. So looking at line 11, we have pretty much the same notes we had in line 10, if you notice. The only difference is we just took out the note names from the notes. So we still have 4 B flats in a row, go up to C, 3/4 S, play F twice, then E flat twice, then D once, then 3/4 S, and repeat. So you do it twice. So it's pretty much exactly the same as line 10, just without the note names on there. So let's give line 11 a try. I'll play it once for you, then you play with me. Here we go, line 11. Ready, and rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, repeat. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Now you try with me. Set your playing position, starting in your B flat, first position, nice and low. Here we go. Ready, play. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, repeat. Good, nice job. Now let's look at line 12. So here, we start with our D, fourth position. We play that twice. Go down to our C, sixth position, all the way out. Then we play that note twice. And then we're going to play our B flat, first position, the low note, 3 times. Followed by 1 beat of silence, 1/4 rest. Then we're going to jump up to our F, first position, still all the way in. You're going to play that note twice. Then you're going to move down to your E flat, third position, play that note twice. Then just moving down to D once, C once, and then B flat once. And if you notice at the end, we have 1/4 rest, so it's not giving you too much time to be ready mentally and visually to go all the way back to the beginning. Okay? So be ready to go, because we do have a repeat sign. We do have to play it twice. So once we get to the end there, you're not going to have a lot of time to get ready to go back to the beginning. So be ready to go. Okay, so I'll play it once for you. Please make sure you're listening and following along. I'll try it a little bit slower, just so you can get comfortable with this really quick switch on the repeat side. Okay, so here's line 12, playing it for you first. Rest. Repeat. Rest. Rest. All right, your turn. Let's give it a try. If you need to repeat this one quite a bit with the video just to get comfortable with it, please do so. You can also use the slow down feature on the YouTube options, and you can slow down the video if it feels like we're going a little too fast. So you can slow it down a little bit, then try it again a little faster with the normal speed. Okay, let's give it a try. Line 12. Together. So your playing position, starting in D, 4th position, a little bit past the bell. Here we go. Ready? Play. Good, nice job. All right, we're down to line 13, Essential Elements Quiz. For this one, it is asking you to write down the note names, as it's making sure that you understand what each note is. Okay, if you haven't done this already for any of the previous lines, please do so for this line specifically. It's a good way to practice doing this. Okay, so with the pencil, please use pencil always. Why do we use a pencil? Because it has an eraser. Okay, so sometimes we can make a mistake. We're only human, so we want to make sure that if we do make a mistake, we can use the eraser and put in the right note name. If you need to go back on page 4 or 5 to double check any of the notes, please do so as well. So let's look at line 13. It also has a repeat sign, so we do play it twice. At the beginning, we're starting on our B flat, the lowest note, 1st position. Go up to C, 6th position. Go up to D, 4th position. Up to E flat, 3rd position. And then our first note that we learned ever, F, 1st position. And we play that note 3 times. So basically we're playing all 5 notes that we've learned. And then we have 1 beat of silence in the middle of that. After that, we go down to our D, 4th position, up to our E flat, 3rd position, back down. Yeah, it's checking to make sure that you're aware that we are jumping around our notes now. Back to our 4th position again, down to our C, 6th position, then down to our B flat, 1st position, the low note, then back up to 4th, right, a little bit past the bell, don't forget that, and then back down to B flat, 1st position, and we end with 1 beat of silence. So once again, not a lot of time to be ready mentally and visually to go back to the beginning. Okay, so be ready for that. I'll play it once for you, follow along with me in the music, and then we'll play it together. Okay, so here's line 13, Essential Elements Quiz. Ready, and rest. Repeat. Rest. Rest. And we're done. Let's give it a try together now. So, again, hopefully you've written down the note names. That'll help you a lot. If it's a little too quick for you, again, you can just slow it down and try it on your own. Let's give it a try. Don't forget the repeat sign. Don't forget the repeat sign. Here we go. Playing position. Starting on your B flat, 1st position, all the way down. Ready, play. Rest. Nice job. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video.